And we see that William has his hand ready to shake Trump's. The zoom is a bit crazy. Let me see. Let's just check one thing. And as Trump gets nearer, he makes eye contact. He makes sure to make eye contact. Okay. So William making eye contact. Make these annotations a bit bigger. And that's when he does that typical. That is a typical. Can I say the Spencer smile? Diana has this smile as well. Because I see that you see him. He wants to do this diplomatic smile, and he finally greets him. Sadly, we don't have that moment because Trump gets in the way. Oh no, why do you get in the way? This is very different. Notice what Trump does with William. Trump puts his hand very differently than with Prince Albert. You notice that with Prince Albert, he put his hand over Prince Albert's shoulder. That is very different than this. That is a tap. That is more like a tap on his chest. That is more like a tap on his chest. Okay, let's see. Have some trouble sometimes making my annotations. Nice tie, by the way. They shake hands. There's a tap, and there's another tap that I didn't make this such a close up because there's another tap. Going to show it right here. I want to talk about William's face expression, in which you know that William is quite tall. He is really tall, and in this case, well, he was tilting his head forward, making sure to keep eye contact. He had a genuine smile. It was a very nice smile. It was a very nice smile in all the sense of the body language. It was this full-on display, and this full-on. And this is interesting that we're going to see afterwards that he received Donald Trump at the ambassador's house. And he even does that. One of the most universal signs of goodwill. I'm going to show it this way, which is the raising of the eyebrows. We could raise our eyebrows in a sense of surprise. This is not surprise. It's when for example, you greet someone, you can do this. Yet you are delighted of talking to someone, or when you're talking to someone, you can raise your eyebrows because you want to show that goodwill. We don't do that on purpose. It's not like we raise our eyebrows because we decide to raise them. It happens spontaneously. It happens rather spontaneously. So that is one of the things that we saw on William's expression. I have no idea what William said. That's why I was telling you that we needed lip reader for these videos. And Trump was also delighted to see him. You know that he was Trump is a huge fan of Her late Majesty Queen Elizabeth, and I'm sure that he was very excited to greet William at that event. And where's the other touch? The other touch is right here. It happens. It's very easy to miss this. That touch of the arm is another display of warmth Okay, not only he touches his chest, but touches his arm as well. And I want to emphasize, oh, he did like a power gesture. He put his hand on William's shoulder. No, it's not the same what he did with Prince Albert. I'm going to go back to Prince Albert, whereas this is very different. This is very different because this hand is on top of the shoulder. And the other clip that this is the clip that I told you that we were here and I was showing you around. And now let's see, we can mute this. Have this clip. Again, we have an actual handshake. Let me see the movement of them. Let me see their movement. Notice that Trump stops and William goes to greet him. It's like Trump is waiting for William to, well, give him permission to get in. That is interesting. You know that for all that people say that, oh, Trump doesn't have any manners. Trump is uneducated. He's not polite. He stays right there like he's waiting for William to allow him in. Like, he's the host. Well, I'm going to allow you to let me in. And they got nice body language between them. Again, this was just quite spontaneous. Let me see the handshake. The handshake is very neutral. Very neutral in many ways. Yeah. It's a neutral handshake, and notice that in this case it's William who's bringing a bit the handshake towards himself. He knows about. No, notice that is interesting. It's like Trump doesn't use with William the power pull. You know, that power pull that we saw Trump doing with Macron. Like, I'm going to display power. No, he even relaxes his arm. Notice how Trump's arm is relaxed and extended, which is odd. That is not typical of him. And he's generally happy. He's generally happy of being there. It was nice. A nice moment. And then they had a chat. They had this. They took this picture. It's not only a picture. We just have a picture of the moment. But I wanted to point out that they are mirroring each other. They are mirroring each other. They have literally the same hand posture. They are mirroring each other. Like Trump is leaning into his left armrest, and William is doing into his right armrest. They are leaning into each other. They have the same hand posture. I would say that their heads are leaning into each other. No, the heads are straight. I would say that the bodies are leaning into each other a bit, but the heads remain straight. That is interesting. And even so, even the distance between the knees of both of them, they look that it's the same. See, they have a better angle here. Notice that for all that Trump usually sits, that way of Trump sitting with his hands like this between his legs and all this stuff, we are not that used of seeing Trump sitting like this, like much more relaxed. Okay, maybe in this case the main difference between their postures is like Trump has his feet extended, and William was, well, with his feet closed. Much more royal, of course, obviously William. But essentially they were mirroring each other. They were mirroring each other. This This room is just magnificent, by the way, just beautiful, and well, it goes well with Trump's tie. At the same time, I I wish that we could uh, listen to that conversation. What do you think that they were talking about? What do you think that they were talking about? Let me see what else in the PowerPoint that. Watching other videos, they are worth it in terms of body language for this special that we did. We did it tonight, this Saturday. Let's see the new posts. Make sure that my bookmarks, I have everything in my bookmarks. Oh, we have another picture. We have another picture of Trump with William. I knew that at some point I have another picture. This picture is nice. The one that I'm about to share with you. This one. Very relaxed, very regal, both of them. Very nice. This was shared by Link Lauren on X.